morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to be going over a 2021 Winnebago Vita. This is the 24P, so it is a used unit in great shape. So summer's right around the corner, so if you guys are interested in taking some RV adventures, I think this is a great little Class C coach for you. First timer, or maybe first timer just to have a motorhome versus a trailer. So let's go ahead and take a walk around the outside, show you some of the amenities, and then we'll go ahead and dive on the inside. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we got the wheelbase here is 170. You have your stainless steel rims, and these are on the Continental tires. Sliding on over, we have our Winnebago running board here, and then this is full body paint here, so no decals. And then we have our nice big truck mirrors with the blinker on the inside. As we go up to the cap here, as you can see, you have a bigger bunk over cab, so you can sleep up to 2 people up there. And then we have our Carefree awning here. A nice little camp night light, per se, you could say, so it kind of lights up that campground. And then you have some charging options, exterior, close to the door. And then just a nice port here for a TV, so if you did want to go ahead and set up an outdoor TV, you have the option of doing so. And for our first bay door here, this is just going to be where our propane is, and then we have our HWH leveling jacks inside of here, so this is just the system for that. That was an upgrade option from the factory, so this one is equipped with that. We just have our Suburban here and our water heater. Nothing too fancy on this side, except the windows are tinted all the way around, and they're just going to open with a standard way of sliding open. All right, now that we're to the rear of the coach here, as you can see, you have a ladder so you can access the roof if you needed to. You have a nice big window that's going to be in that master bedroom, and then right here is just your holding tank flush system. And as we take a look down, we have our hitch down here. So you have a 5,000-pound towing capacity, and then you already have a pre-wire for the brakes. So if you wanted to tow a lighter vehicle, you have the option of already having the brakes in there for you. Now that we're on the driver's side here is where our 30-amp shore power cord is. Nice little cubby dedicated for that. And one of our first storage areas. All of these doors do lock with a key, just so you can keep that in mind. Pretty significant space here. The very bottom is nice and plastic. You have a little shelf here too. This is just a hose from the previous customers and some other little gadgets inside of there, but significant storage. Right over here is just another port for a TV, so if you wanted one on this side, you have that option. Some extra solar, so you have your ZAMP solar plug in here, so if you wanted to go ahead and purchase another solar panel that kind of folds out where you can kind of put where you need, right in direct sunlight, you have the option of plugging that in here. And then you just have your freshwater fill, which the freshwater is going to be 37 gallons. And then right over here, just some more storage. This one's a little taller than it is wider, but perfect for chairs, maybe a canopy. All right, and these next two, I'm just gonna open really quick. You just have a nice storage area there, nice and plastic on the interior again, so it's easy to clean. If you have any dirtier items, it'd be nice to kind of throw in there. And then for that last compartment, you have a come and zone on. It's a 3200 generator. Close these up. All right, and then this is just the exhaust for the generator. As we enter the driver's seat, we have our leather seats. Everything's going to be automatic for the configuration of the seat as well, and they are heated, so you have up to 3 heats, high, medium, and low, and then up to 3 memories. Some customers have been telling me they use the third memory as the configuration to swivel the chair, because sometimes it's kind of hard to tinker with it. But if you go ahead and just save that for memory 3, all you got to do is push 3 and it'll automatically adjust it for you so you can swivel it most gracefully, because no one really likes to fight with those chairs. Right over here is just our diesel fill. As you can see, when the door is closed, it's nice and locked up for you, but you have 24.5 gallons of diesel fill. I'll go ahead and pop that hood. Whoop. There we go. And then before I pop the hood, since this is a used unit, I always try to be super straightforward with how the condition is, just because if you guys are interested and you want to look at it, I want to be upfront and honest here. So we do have just a few little dings right here. I would say about maybe 4 or 5, very, very dainty. You can't even really see it. But just wanted to point that out. As far as exterior, that's the only thing on this coach that you really have to worry about. Everything else is in mint condition. Just got a few little dings on the hood. Alrighty. Now that we're up front and seeing the chassis, this is on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis. It's the 3-liter, 6-cylinder, 188 horsepower turbo diesel engine. And then you do have the hydraulic brakes. But as you can see, you have your DEF fill, your coolant, your oil fills right over here. And then on this side, we just have our windshield wiper fluid. And if you ever need to jump the chassis, here's this one. And then right over here is for that negative end. But yeah, everything's nice and spacious and open, so you can kind of see everything going on. If you're someone that likes to tinker with chassis or do your own oil changes or anything like that, it's super accessible to do so. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. I do have most of the lights on. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the chassis so we can open up that slide. But in the meantime, you guys can check everything out as far as how spacious it is with that slide in. So as you can see, this floor plan's pretty nice if you do have pets and you want them to have nice room while you're going down the road. You have space for them to be able to put the dog beds in the walkway, or some people put them underneath the booth or even on top of the booth. But as you can see, plenty of space to walk. There's no sideways shuffling or squeezing. You can open the you can open the refrigerator and the freezer. You can get to your pantry, and then of course the most important part is being able to access the bathroom without having to open any slides. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up that slide. Let me turn down this radio that's going on, and the AC was pumping too. Whoops. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, as this slide opens, you can see it's one of the biggest slides for a Class C. You have a full wall slide on that driver's side. And as that opens up, we'll be able to fold out our bed. Alrighty. Now it is completely open here. We'll go ahead and just start in the back since I gotta flip the bed anyways. But here's this big window I was telling you guys about when we were outside. Also duals as an emergency exit. So you'll just go ahead and unlatch these, pops off, and then you'll be able to get out if needed. All right. As far as the bed, the cushion, this side is a little bit bigger, of course, so you can keep it nice and leveled. But heavy duty material, so you don't have to worry about any separation in the middle of the night besides, you know, maybe an inch or so. You have nice little armrests kind of on the side, so if you wanted to put any, you know, your phone or anything there. If not, you have a nice little, whoops. Let's see if I can get this side from here. There we go. Perfect storage up above, and then a nice shelf as well. Just keep in mind, make sure you don't hit your head on it. But you do have charging up in that corner. So you have two 12 volts, and then it looks like a USB as well. And then as far as charging on this side, just wanted to double check. So you do just have one dedicated corner for charging. because I know that's an important one for most. But then you do have, of course, if you wanted to hang up your own TV, it's already pre-wired, and then you do have 2 additional charging over here, so that could be for whoever's sleeping on this side. You'll just have some wires hanging down, but sweet. Now we're gonna go ahead and slide over here to the bathroom. As you can see, you have your nice little shower here, and then you do have a skylight to kind of help with the height, which I like. And then you have little shelves too, so you can put all of the shower necessities in there. Nice little self-cleaning shower curtain here. And then you have a place to hang your towels, some storage directly below the sink. And then your toilet paper holder, and then a medicine cabinet behind the mirror. And then another little hook to hold your towel if needed. And then the door, just so you guys can kind of see this, it's a little unique. It just slides, and then you go ahead and unlatch this part right here. The magnets are pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. And then it magnets on either side. Very strong magnet too, so you don't have to worry about it kind of coming unlatched while you're going down the road. And then you just button it up. Perfect. All right, going into the storage, this is directly next to our kitchen, so this would maybe be dedicated for the pantry, but whichever you'd like. The shelves are nice and adjustable, so you can adjust the height to your desire. And then we'll just go ahead and go into the storage directly above the kitchen here. So as you can see, this big shelf is adjustable as well. It is through and through, but I mean, huge space here for these cabinets. All right, directly underneath those cabinets, you have your 3-burner propane, whoops, let me flip it here, cooktop. And then directly under that, you just have your microwave. So I like how it's in one dedicated area. I know the microwave is a little lower, but instead of it being up here and taking up like extra space, I like kind of having it lower out of the way, especially if you don't really use the microwave that much. It's kind of tucked away, and it just kind of looks like it's an oven, but it's not. It's a microwave, so that's kind of cool. All of the counter space here. Let me just move this out of the way. Perfect. You have a nice little wash and rinse side. Excuse the antifreeze in there. But it's very clean. Nice clean sink, easy divider there, and I like how the divider doesn't go too high, so if you do happen to have any rattling, it's not going to be hitting that center divider making a noise. Nice little spice rack here, somewhere to put your sponges or your soap. We do have 2 charging outlets right here, and that's going to be it for the kitchen. We have some lights, a light switch right over here as well. And then as far as the storage underneath the sink in the kitchen area, you're going to have a drawer here with some additional space directly underneath the sink here. And then your drawers. I have to say these drawers are pretty, whoops, I thought that one was a little longer, my bad. These drawers are pretty heavy duty. It's nice wood. It's not a gloss. It's more of a matte natural wood, kind of like an oak. But it kind of gives it a two-tone because you have a little mix of light and dark. So I like the contrast there. All right. And then before I forget, right over here is just where most of our control systems are. We just have the Flying W. So if you wanted to hang a coat or anything there, you have the option of doing that. Here's our slide out controller, so you just want to make sure the chassis is running and your brake is in the upward position, so it's up. And then you just have your inverter controller here. Here is just our Winnebago dashboard for our tank levels, our batteries and our tanks here. And then you just go ahead and punch these so you can kind of see what's going on, and you'll have the little red light flash. You have your water heater and then the pump on and off switch. And then here is your generator, so you can start and stop that. And then of course your solar charger right now, which is showing we're completely full. Our batteries are at, and we're sitting at 14.8 volts. As we slide down here, we just have some more light controllers for on and off. We have our awning controllers down here, and then our coach batteries. So we'll turn them on and off. If you're ever not using the coach, just go ahead and flip that. And then our step controller, so when you're camp ready and you don't want the steps to come in every time you close the door, you can go ahead and just turn that in the off position. Here are the equalizer system, so those leveling jacks I was telling you about. You go ahead and just turn it on, and then with a push of a button, you just go ahead and push auto level. It'll level out the coach. Not only will it level, it gives it some more stability too, so while you're walking in the coach, it takes away all of that swaying, so you don't feel like you're in a boat even though you're in an RV. So like that. Here is the ladder here for our bunk over the cab. So as you can see, pretty spacious bubble up here. You do have one window and a nice little fan to kind of suck up that hot air. And then you do have a few charging options in that left-hand corner by the window. And then of course you have the nice little privacy curtain on either side to close it up and give it some privacy. So kids absolutely love this. If you ever want to have some friends come along with you as well, it's an option for them to sleep inside instead of sleeping in a tent. And it's pretty comfortable, and it gives them a little bit of privacy having the curtain. And you don't really have to fold out the couch or create a bed inside here. Like I know this booth dinette, it does turn into a bed, but it's kind of nice having another option for somewhere to sleep, especially since this one isn't as long. This one's more for kids. But then you don't have to worry about, folding it up and, configuring it every night. But as far as the booth dinette, you would just lift this leg up and then push the table down and then slide the cushions together, and that would create another sleeping area for you. But again, you have some nice storage space up above. Nice big window as well with some cup holders inside here, so if you're ever going down the road, you don't want to worry about, your drinks sliding everywhere. Right over here is just going to be our AC and heat controller here. And then some more storage. So this could be pantry if you'd like, or you can make it a hanging closet by adjusting the shelf, each shelf to do so. And then this is just for that microwave, and it looks like the previous customer added in a little push night light here to kind of brighten it up. All right, and I know you kind of already seen the fridge when the slide was closed, but I'll just go ahead and completely open that now so you guys can take a second look. Very clean, no funky smells in here. You could just tell it's a very well kept coach. It's very clean. There we go, and a very big drawer underneath as well. All right. Pretty much covered everything inside of here, so we can go ahead and just take a look up front in the cab. Let's just flip this over. Makes it a little more graceful to get in without having to crouch down. Alrighty. So if you guys are familiar with Mercedes, they're all about giving it that luxury feel. So we have everything over here. We have a nice little swivel so we can control everything on this LED dash. This side we can control everything over here. Even though it is a touch screen, it just gives you the option of keeping both hands on the wheel at all times. So it's a nice little safety feature. And then down below here, we just have some buttons. So if you just like using buttons while you're going down the road instead of using the touchscreen, you have the option of doing that. This is just our nice backup camera here. So you could see you have about 3 different angles. This one gives it more of a wider view, and then if you're trying to hook a car up to the hitch, kind of helps give it more of a downward view there. All right, down below here we just have our heating and cooling, our hazard lights, a few cup holders, and then something cool about Mercedes with your key fob. While you're going down the road, if you put it there, it will go ahead and charge that key fob for you. So of course it is push to start, but if you do happen to have any weird things going on where it's not working, it'll kind of just let you know, put the key fob either close to here, or you could just put it in here and it'll kind of get it going for you. All right, in addition to all the storage here, here's another place where you can go ahead and plug in your phone there. So you can go ahead and mirror anything on this touchscreen. So if you didn't want to use the navigation and the map that it has already built in for you, you can go ahead and use your smartphone to do so. Oh, my bad. All right, and then yeah, that was going to be pretty much it. no other way to end the video by accidentally honking the horn there. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'd be happy to reach out to you. Happy to answer any questions. And then you guys can reach out to me if you want and your own little personal video walkthrough. We can FaceTime if you're out of state. I'm happy to do that as well, to kind of get a little up close, nitty-gritty, and kind of ask any other questions that you guys have, so you guys can see it from afar. I'd be happy to, you know, set that up with you guys. But you can give me a call at my number down below, which is 970-388-7937. Thanks again. Have a great day.